Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So, in the previous video, I have shared on the first teaching of the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao is mindfulness or extended awareness. The Chinese will call it Shen, spirit, and in some occasions we also call it or name it Yi. This is all mindfulness. So, after I shared that video, many of our Wing Chun friends and martial art friends asked me to elaborate more so people can understand. So today I make this video to share with you. Now, if you look at the Wing Chun in past 130 years, for example, the core Wing Chun set, it is named as Xiu Nim Tao. Xiu Nim Tao. And then everybody translate it as leader idea. Okay. Now, we know that in the history, when the pro-Qing Wing Chuners create this Xiu Nim Tao, Cham Kyu Biu Jee, they actually only have a partial surface understanding on the 1850s Wing Chun. And so they create all the sets and all the terminology like Xiu Nim Tao. Now, today we see that everybody talking about Xiu Nim Tao is leader idea. Obviously, this is a problem because Nim in Chinese really mean what? Nim is actually mindfulness in today's words. Okay? So if you translate it as leader idea, that means you really don't know what it is. And of course, this also show that who created the Xiu Nim Tao, knowing bit and piece of the 1850s Wing Chun, but do not really get it. So that's why what happened, you're just using the terms, but you don't know what is inside there. Now, so you miss the mindfulness completely. And everybody today, you can see, they translate Nim as many things, leader idea, this and that, and whatever philosophy. So that's mindfulness. Now we know that in 1850s, the Xiu Nim Tao, you train that essence of detailed training or Xiu Lim Tao. You need, first thing is to develop the mindfulness, or else you will not see it. Now, in today's world, you look into the Wing Chun forum, Wing Chun article, Wing Chun magazine, You often found people saying that Wing Chun is you need to train and develop this muscle memory so you can react really fast. That is completely opposite from mindfulness. Because mindfulness is the training for you to see what is the reality instantaneously. Mindfulness is not to develop a memory and do a reaction. Okay? So if you really train in the basic of Buddhism, Satipatthana, you know that. At every instance, they are mindful of their body, their mind, their sensations, and so forth. So you see, this is problem. This is actually you counter. It is opposite for what it is. And again, in Siu Nim Tao, today everybody talk about the Sampai Fat, three praying to the Buddhas. Now, how do you pray to a Buddha if you don't have mindfulness? So that's the problem. Today, what you see is completely off. It is no longer what it is. You will not be able to develop that kung fu because once you miss the mindfulness, you miss the entire thing. Okay? Now, let me share with you. In the teaching of Buddha is not a philosophy. Teaching of Buddha is not a religion. Teaching of Buddha, which is consists of samatha, the stillness or calmness training, and the insight training, which is the samatha and vipassana, is target so that one be able to mindfulnessly see the reality. Thus, there's no belief there. For example, my body grow old every day. Do I have to believe that? Or if I'm mindful enough to watch this, I see it change every day. My mind is keeping changing even every hours. So, Buddha's teaching, mindfulness, insight meditations, it is the training to see the reality. It's not a philosophy. It's not a concept. It's not a belief. Anybody practice in Satipatthana, one don't have to have the belief. We just see whatever it is. However, you need to develop the mindfulness first. So, as in the teaching of Buddha, the first teaching usually in general would be anapanasati, mindful on your inhale and exhale. That's how you develop that mindfulness. Okay? Now you know what is the Buddhist teaching, the Buddha's teaching? Get the 1850s Wing Chun, the Xiu Lim Tao. The 1850s Xiu Lim Tao, the first thing is to develop that mindfulness. It is not the advanced Buddha's teaching, but it developed that mindfulness so that one be able to see the essence of the details. That's why the set is named as the essence of detail training. Okay? It is using this mindfulness one be able to see or to aware or the mindful on the six core element in the body. Okay? For example, at the beginning, you're standing there and you say the writing in 1850s Wing Chun saying that call yourself back union with the awareness or your Chun or your spirit. You're standing there. Well, what are you doing? And you can see that even in the writing of 1850s uh, Xiu Lim Tao said, it said that union in the Dantian. Well, today I want to tell you all, it is just practicing anapanasati, mindful of your breathing to begin with. And of course, it's mindful of your body too. So you're mindful of your breathing. That is your Xing Qi to Dantian, or your lower abs, natural lower abs breathing. That is anapanasati. Okay? Now, if you go further, you're aware of the six core element. When you do the first thing, the start, you're aware of your body, the yin side, the yang side of your body. You're aware of your breathing, inhale, exhale. You're aware of your energy flow in your body because this energy stuff is not a belief, a Chinese belief. You know it. If you do not follow that natural path of the breathing and the channel flow, you'll feel stuffy right away in your chest. How can you do all this? Of course, you need to develop the mindfulness. Sati. So the Taoists can say whatever, the Buddhists can say whatever, be it Sun or Yi or Nim, it's all the same thing. Mindfulness. It is a prolonged awareness. It is a sustainable awareness. It's not. I just mimic posture. When you mimic posture, your Sifu tell you standing there, you need to standing this way, that way. You don't have mindfulness there. You're not going to know what is in there. You call this thing internal, that thing internal. You really don't have the whatever you're talking about because you don't have the sati. Okay? Now, so you got to have your Xiu Lim Tao practice. Of course, you have to mindful of all joint, your breathing, your six core element in order to develop that Kung Fu called Xiu Lim Tao 1850. Now, by the way, this is a Biu Jee. Notice that Biu Jee is not tense up and then strike like other style of martial arts. Why? Because in the writing, it tell you already. Biu Jee is aggressive. You use it in emergency. Biu Jee chain like a machine gun chain spit out, like spit at something, spit out. That is the descriptions of the Biu Jee. So if you do Biu Jee, you tense up and you build out there, you got a serious problem. Why? How are you going to supposed to use the Biu Jee at emergency when you need to tense your body up? So if you follow the instructions of the Xiu Lim Tao 1850, it said that it's used in emergency is spit out continuously. Okay? And the practice is this way. Then you know, oh, spit out, spit out. Meaning that when I am, this is a contract, remember in other YouTube I share with you, contract extend. When I extend, I shoot out my hand, that is called spit. Okay? And at this case, for concession without concessions, when I shoot out, okay, when I shoot out, I shoot in, this hand actually is receiving. This is actually called suck. This is spit. Okay? So one arm is sucking, another is spitting out. And of course, once I get there, it can change. This one becomes suck, this one becomes spit. It's really fast. And the arm, it is never tense up like a spear hand. Why? Because at here, while I'm getting in, I might strike here if it's needed at emergency. When I landed here, I might spit here. So the entire training of the Biu Jee is this way. Is using the exhale and the three yin meridian to carry this out. It's not using tensing up to poke it or spear out. Now you can see, so for the spitting of the Biu Jee, you can see the contract and extend. You can see the shoot in. You can see that the arm is based on following the six core elements, the handling of the chi meridian, and so forth. So there's Wing Chun. That is not Honga or karate, finger, jab, or spear. It's not. So this is what it is. It has to be based on mindfulness. Okay? For past 130 years, the entire thing is distorted until today is totally, completely messed up. It's because when the mindfulness is lost, even though you can name the set Xiu Nim Tao, little idea, you don't know that the name actually is mindfulness. You need to get the mindfulness. or else you don't know this. Okay? So there's a lot of example I can say. However, hopefully what I share with you here show you the entire thing. It has already 50 years since I first learned the Xiu Lin Tao, 1850. I spent 30 something years to investigate on it with the document and everything, and investigation with the Buddha's teaching, go study real Buddha's teaching. And what I feel I can share with you is that at the time my teacher gave me this 1850s Wing Chun, he is not giving me Wing Chun 1850 Xiu Lin Tao. The entire thing, for me, sometimes I joking uply saying, it is a trap for me via the bridge of Wing Chun, 1850, studying Buddha's teaching. So this is what I like to share with you. You know that if you want to master the Xiu Lim Tao, 1850, you need to study sati. You need to study satipatthana. And if you really study satipatthana, you know the reality. The title Grand Master, it is actually not important. The best fighter, it is not important. Because the entire world is impermanent. Today you see me presenting this here. Maybe 15 years later, 20 years later, when people see this YouTube, I no longer here in this world. So, as in Satipatthana, you mindful of your body. This is what the body is. It comes and it goes. When the cause and effect arrive at certain time, I vanish. So when people say in Zen that you must not have ego, it doesn't mean that you force yourself to like be humble or you believe on the philosophy. No, you don't have that ego because you know it never exists permanently. So why are we chasing something which does not exist permanently? So this is what I like to share with you today. Xiu Lim Tao is one thing. But if you study the mindfulness Satipatthana, that is something which can help you for your life at every occasion. Of course, it's going to help your Wing Chun. And so you might ask me, so how about the people who study the Wing Chun, today's Wing Chun, the Xiu Lim Tao? Well, it is a creation. One can study everything, but you know that is not the 1850. You know what is the result you can get. It's like between a wood and a steel. Different things have the different characteristics. Okay? So this is what I like to share with you. This is the reality that we need to know.